Hi. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, we are live. Hi, Lance. Kumusta ka naman?
Mabuti naman, buhay pa. Ikaw, how are you? I know you just got your first dose. How is the
I did.
experience?
Okay, so siguro backtrack a little bit, no. I registered sa Parañaque May 29. Tapos siguro like a week ago, my sister sort of like got this email address, pero a follow up. So she followed up, and about 3 days ago, she got her first dose. So what I did was 2 days ago, I emailed them, and then I also asked to follow up my schedule, diba? And then yesterday, I got text messages from them. Medyo magulo, actually, to
Oh
be
yeah.
honest. So una, sinabi sa SMBF daw. And then I got an and then I confirmed, okay, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. And then I got another text saying that it's gonna be Ayala Malls SMBF. So I'm like, so is it Ayala Malls or SMBF? And then I got another text saying, no, it's Ayala Malls. And okay, so what time in Ayala Malls? And then they said, final advisory, SMBF 11 a.m. So we got there, because my sister got the same text message. So I was scheduled for 11. She was scheduled at 12. And we went around 9:30. We got there around 9:50. And then there was already a long line. And I was like, oh my God, ito pa
Ooh.
talaga yung pila. So I asked the person, is this the line for the vaccination? And they said, na yes. Okay, sige. So I told my sister, I just want to confirm with the guard, no? Kasi baka naman, there's another line.
Mm.
So I went to the guard, and then he said, "Can I see your the text message?" And I showed him the text message, and he said, "Okay, actually, you can go in now." Oh, okay. Well, I'm with someone. Can I go get them? And yeah, basta may text message in sila. And I said, yeah. Okay. So we showed the text messages. We went in, and then it was pretty quick actually. They gave us some forms to fill out. They checked our IDs. They checked the names on the list. They checked the text messages, and then tuloy-tuloy na. So we were done in, well, we got vaccinated in like less than 30 minutes.
Oh,
And
pala na.
then, I know. And then there was a monitoring time for like, well, they indicated 15 minutes now. My monitoring slash observation area. So we stayed there for 40 minutes. And then, I didn't feel anything. Minsan, akala ko nga parang, tinurukan ba talaga ako ng vaccine or was it just water? But then, alam mo yun, parang, I figured, no, of course they're gonna give us the real stuff. So when I got home, I checked the vaccine area because I didn't feel anything. Very smooth yung babae, di ba? So, alam mo yun, there was some slight discoloration, pero around the prick point, I would say. And
Oh.
then after a couple of hours, nawala. And then towards the latter part of the afternoon, medyo nagkaroon na ng medyo sore na yung area. So, it's not bad. It's just that, yung parang nag-workout ka lang. Tapos medyo parang may muscle
Oh
soreness
shit.
ka lang.
Okay, okay.
But, I didn't take any medicine for it. It's not that bad. I just put
Okay.
some katingko on it just to make it feel like, like, alam mo yun, like, Bengay. Yung medyo siya, para lumamig siya. Pero
Oo,
yun nga,
oo.
parang it's just a slight soreness. And one other thing pala that I observed, after I got vaccinated, medyo inantok ako. And then, nagutom ako at medyo nauhaw ako. So, apart from that, nothing really. So, very exciting day. I got my first dose, and the next dose will be July 12. And I'm so looking forward to that. Ikaw, Lance, kumusta naman?
I'm still in line for. I'm waiting for no, two cities to be exact. Antipolo and
Okay.
QC. So I'm
Okay.
just waiting for which one comes first. Because I work in QC, but I live in Antipolo, so I'm covered for both areas.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get your schedule soon, no?
And I'm
At,
also waiting for the company too. So waiting for our
okay.
company to provide the vaccine. So isa pa yun. Katatlo.
So you have three options. Uy, sana
Mm-mm.
di ba? Kasi the sooner we get vaccinated, the sooner we can live more
I
normally, I guess.
know.
And sana talaga, oh my God, I'm so like atat na to get fully vaccinated so I can
Oh,
feel safer actually. And, you
Buti nga,
know, parang, yeah.
yeah, buti nga sa'yo, you had little After Effects. Well, but maybe we'll find out tomorrow. Kasi P had
Uh-huh.
his early on and
I did.
yeah, sabi niya nga sa chat, he nawala na siyang ganang kumain. Tapos the
Oh,
next day, he had a
wow.
migraine.
Oh my God. Well, how are you now? Sana okay, mas okay ka na, Pietro, no? Yes,
Hmm.
you did said. Ako naman baliktad. Ako nagutom ako, tapos nauhaw ako. Wala naman akong sakit ng ulo, and sana I don't
Mm.
develop those symptoms. Pero kung sakali man, I hope na super mild lang talaga. It's different for everyone talaga, no? Pero the
Yes,
most
it
important
is.
thing is, once we get vaccinated, there's less chances of us really, what do you call that? Transmitting it to other people, di ba? And
Yes,
yun, safer din tayo.
oh, pero it's not assurance na if you get vaccinated, you won't get hit by it
Ay,
100%.
hindi
Hindi,
talaga. You
hindi,
will
hindi
still
talaga.
get it. You will still get it actually. It's just the effects of the virus. 'Di ba? Kung ano,
Oo.
hindi ka masisevere, hindi ka ma-hospitalize.
Oo, para ka
Yun
na
talaga
nagkaroon
yun.
ng sinat or flu, mga ganun lang siguro
Right.
sana.
Exactly. So it's
Hindi
not gonna be
malala.
as hard. Ayun, so we can talk more about that as well later on, but I just want to say hi to the guys. But before that, if this is your first time joining us, hi, thank you for being here. Happy Saturday. We are Brew Hobby Squad. So right now there's just two of us because everyone else is busy with other personal
Mhm.
matters or work matters.
Yep.
And ganito naman kami kung sino lang talaga yung available, magla-live yan. So thank you for being here. We're gonna talk about gaya sa pelikula and stuff on you tonight. And we also
Mhm.
want to hear your thoughts on that. Of course, it was yesterday, and we weren't able to do it yesterday because we had to do something else. So
Yeah,
now we are doing it.
yeah, and then Stuck on You aired around 10 p.m. too.
Yon.
Yeah, the people and the other BBS guys are not night owls like me, so ako kaya ko naman, pero sila tulog na sila after nun.
Yeah, medyo may threshold rin naman kami.
Uh,
But thank you for being here, guys. If you're joining us again, thank you. And we want to say hi to some people. Hi, Mamiao. Magandang
Aloha.
gabi. Thank you for being here. And of course, Jakey as well.
Hey,
Salamat.
JK.
I want to hear your thoughts, Jakey. Diba?
Yes.
Also, Nate is here.
Hi,
Hi.
Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Hi.
So,
Yeah.
I'm sure Nate is going to do a reaction video, na?
Oh, they did already. They did one yesterday. I was in their
Hmm.
lives. No, they did one for
Live.
GSP yesterday. I was there in their lives with Reds. So
Oh, did
congratulations to
they?
both of you.
They did it live. Oh,
Oh, they
wow.
did
Good
it live.
job.
Yung live
Nice.
reaction. So ang galing nilang dalawa. And yeah, sabi ko kay Renz, hopefully we get to meet them too. We can get to crossover para double D tayo. Si
Oy,
Nate yung N natin, DNB. O, di ba?
oy, pwede naman. Actually, kung
Oo.
gusto mo umakyat ni Nate, charot. Or
Oh,
kung
I
sino.
already, oh,
Pwede
busy rin daw
naman.
siya. I asked him to a while
Okay.
ago.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Mm.
Ayan. So, people are greeting each other in the chat. Aloha. Yes, Darwin. Thank you. I hope you're not at work. If you are, take care.
Yes.
And JK, sana Laguna, magka-vaccine na rin kayo, syempre. And yes, hi Joy. Oy Joy, sana ma-vaccine na rin kayo dyan. Right? And who else is here? Joy is asking wala ata si Nico. Yeah, personal
Yes.
things.
Mm-hmm.
We have to take care of our families as well. So they're doing that. And oh, hi VR. Hello.
Hi, VR.
Magandang gabi. Salamat sa pagdalo dito. Mag-usap-usap tayo about guys sa pelikula and Stuck on You in a little bit. And Mamya
Uh-huh.
says, when I had my vaccines, the first dose had me sleepy as heck. The second one, there were no side effects. Hey, cool. So parang ano lang, normal lang, no? Ayan.
Mm.
Tapos, Joy says, na-late nga ako, hahakani pa ako. Ha? Kanina pa ata to. Naglalaba kasi ako habang kikinig sa kanila. Ha? Kami? Kakastart lang namin. Ano ba? Ayan, Sir Will. Dito muna akes habang wala pang kuda sa Stuck on You. Ha ha ha. Hi everyone. Oh, you haven't seen Stuck on You. Okay. Well,
Oo.
we'll talk about guys sa pelikula muna. And
Yes.
Ayun, live TV. Live RB since last weekend. Oy, in fairness,
Oo,
laban tayo
naka-simulcast
dyan.
nga siya. Ang galing nila. They have it simulcast in his channel and in Renz's channel too. So, ang galing.
Hey, Ren, sana ano no, more live reactions as well. Kasi ginagawa ni
Yes.
na ano nila John Rudolph, para ginagawa nila yan nagla-live reaction sila
Oo nga
with
eh.
Jeff R. Vlog. So, kasama nila minsan si Renz, di ba? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, ayan. So, I think we've seen or shown everyone. So, good evening, good evening, good evening. So, pag-uusapan muna natin ngayon is gaya sa pelikula. So, I want to know your thoughts, guys. And siguro, Lance, what are your thoughts on it?
Parang doon ko na-realize na ang lakas ng chemistry ni Pang Pangs. Even outside the screen, even within the screen, you could feel it transmit to all of us. Na
Right.
sabi nga ni Gege, it's one thing that's hard to teach and to fake. That chemistry,
Right.
that relationship between two people. And
True.
you can see it within those two, na as if they're made by destiny. They put together.
Right. Sobrang ano nga nakakatuwa yun Kasi parang not a lot of actors or not a lot of couples will actually have that. Even if, for example, they've been together for a while. Minsan parang you feel that it's a show, you don't feel the actual chemistry, and you don't feel kilig, no? Pero with them, parang from the get-go, sabi nga ng mga people around them, parang they had that natural chemistry. It's really not something you can fake kasi no matter how hard you try, if it doesn't work talaga, di ba? Pero they're so comfortable with each other. And I think it was JP Habak who said na it's not just about the chemistry din Parang they really come to work na committed. Given that they are, they are first timers, parang they were so professional and yet they were still able to keep that level of, let's say, connection and level of intimacy with each other. Who was it who said, somebody in the, diba, in the crew said na parang, siniship nila, kahit nung ng shooting pa lang, siniship na nila yung dalawa. Kasi yun nga, parang sobrang lakas yung chemistry. What was her name? I forgot her name.
I forgot her name, but the girl with the short hair, I think. If I remember correctly.
Yes. Hi, Pauline.
Hi, Pauline.
Tell us about your thoughts.
Yes.
Sabi ni Sir Will, Pang Pang's rapport is just perfect.
Yes.
I know, diba?
Yes.
Which makes you wonder sometimes, diba? Parang, how does that happen? Is it really just a level of comfort? Or is it maybe because of their personalities? Or is it maybe just something that happens? Because Greg mentioned something like it's almost like a cosmic connection.
Yes. And I'll just quote na lang siguro Adrian Vergara's comment on that too. Parang she mentioned it in reference naman to the game that we're playing. It's called Genshin Impact. And she was doing thing that could relate to Genshin that could be applied to acting. Parang in Genshin Impact, they would need an elemental reaction or that kind of co-op chemistry in order for that to happen. And nagkataon na maganda yung co-op nila together and they have this elemental reaction when that happens. Very geeky nga lang yung mga terms, pero every time I hear Adrian Vergara or see her lang, I could hear her giggle for some reason, especially in that clip. Or so, nakakaloka. And that cat ears, parang, it's infectious. Nakakatawa. And it's fun looking back with that too. Now you go see Anna na rin, and how many bloopers she has done. Natawa ng tawa si Napao sa kasi Ian because of that. And doon ko na-realize that scene, yung sa parang the scene we're in, and it became her when it went to Netflix. It was so dark and huge, but when it got to Netflix, we could see everything now.
Very true. Kasi HD yung Netflix And it was really made for, diba, they mentioned it na the series was really made for Netflix. So that's why when it went to Netflix, it was like HD or 4K. But when it was on YouTube, it was a little bit dark. Diba? And the scene that you were talking about is the scene wherein they were trying to tell the ghost stories. Kasi sabi nga ni Ian, parang Yesh was trying to scare them. She was really trying to scare them with her story. Pero parang she was just not scary. So tawa sila ng tawa.
And then Pao even copied her. Parang, grabe.
Correct.
Got her to the point. Ang galing.
Minors. Alam niyo
Oh.
naman, sa UST, maraming kababalagan. Yeah.
And I think it's their drive of personalities talaga na Pao felt comfortable because he was technically the new guy amongst all of them. Most of them worked in theater,
Right.
especially Ian, and the rest were all part of the crew before. So it was Pao who was the new kid, but
Yeah.
even if he was the new kid on the block or in that group, he was able to open himself up early on. So people got comfortable.
Yeah. Correct. And I think as a whole naman, I mean, the entire cast, um, I think that they're good people, diba? So they're very warm and they're also very helpful. Sabi nga ni Pao, na parang, bukas sila sa pagtulong sa kanya. Because he relatively is new to the industry, diba? Well, not relatively, but sort of like new. Kasi he's done bit roles in some commercials, like you mentioned,
Uh-oh.
diba?
New
But
in
he's
that
never
kind of
done.
setup.
Yeah, exactly, 'di ba? Yung parang talagang series or talagang production levels. And yun nga, parang since they come from the theater, of course they are, knowledgeable about doing improv, about memorizing
Mm.
lines, about, like facial expressions, gestures, and all those things. So it was pretty cool that they helped him out in that aspect. Pero from the get-go, 'di ba? When they were chosen specifically for, I guess, how they sort of like melded into the character that they
Mm.
were going to portray. So that's it's even from the beginning, talagang inano na nila eh. Maganda na yung screening process. Being ano nga yung sinabi ni Court na? Or was it Gege? O na parang they were going to be representing the community. So it was a responsibility. I
They
think that was
both did,
what,
I think. Parang I think
yeah,
both of them did.
right,
Parang
absolutely.
I think Quark mentioned also na parang who else is better to tell the stories but the people from the community themselves. Diba?
Right. Tama. He mentioned that. Kasi in-echo yun ni JP Habak. No? Parang sinabi niya na parang
Mm.
it was sort of like dati ang nangyayari parang they're telling straight love stories pero with gay characters. Yun yung
Uh-oh.
nangyayari before. So
Mm-mm.
now what they're doing is they're telling queer stories with gay characters or gay casts, diba?
Mm-mm.
Or with the characters being gay talaga. Alright, I think that made sense naman. Ayun. Pero there was one thing there that was mentioned by Kren, I think it was. I forgot what his title is. I think creative producer. No? Pero he
Uh-oh.
mentioned that there are three things that made Gaya sa pelikula successful. And I think the first one was access. Diba? Kasi everyone is on the digital platform. And
Oo.
because the digital platform has a wealth of queer love stories, then of course more people are able to see and watch these types of stories now. And the second one that he mentioned was during that time, nagsara daw yung ABS-CBN. So there was like a vacuum in terms of entertainment.
Mm.
So parang people were looking for something to sort of like abangan or maging excited about or something to look forward to every day or every Friday, kumbaga.
Yep.
And then the third thing is they were able to tell the story that they wanted to tell because there was really no, or parang minimal censorship. Because if it was going to be put on, let's say, a major network or let's say, what, a studio, like a mainstream studio, then of course the stories would be, hashed, rehashed, cut, etc., according to
Mm-mm.
the wants and needs of the upper management. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
they have to follow also the cues from MTRCB and the other censorship program or committees, kumbaga.
correct. Pero it was amazing what they did. No?
Mm.
9 episodes. No, 9 days to shoot 8 episodes. I think that was
Yep.
it. And they also showed a never before seen sequence. What can you say about that?
And so it was good naman. I mean, with or without it, it would have been good pa rin. I mean, I liked how it was before, pero it added more
Yeah,
flavor to what was going on then. And yun nga, sabi nga
correct.
ni Direct JP, I think he's a really meticulous director. So he had
Yeah,
everything planned out, laid out in different papers and forms. And then suddenly when they
yeah,
got there, oh, we have to cut this, remove that, add this, change that, do this. So it really changed once you get into the location talaga.
correct. So kailangan talagang piliin yung pinakamaganda, no?
Mm.
So, Will says, medyo maliit lang, pwede pa ba?
Yes, and there is no censorship in the digital platform, unlike in the mainstream media. Say if you show this kind of show in free TV, my MTRC will surely there to intervene with the scenes that are vital to the story. Like when they showed Boys Lockdown in free TV, yes, they showed the kissing scene, but it was cut.
Oh, talaga?
Mm-mm.
Why? See, these are the types of things na parang,
Yeah, kasi that's the funny thing kasi we're still under, if we're gonna look at it pa rin, di ba, if you remember the 4 Rs of
yeah,
media thing. So we're still under regulation pa rin.
representation.
They're still
Correct.
regulating us and we're not still represented well. Kasi they think this is too gay, parang ganun, for the Christian populace of the Philippines. So let's cut it out. Parang ganun yung ginagawa nila.
But that's so weird. I mean, if you're gonna cut that out, might as well cut out the entire thing eh. Kasi
Mm.
you're technically negating that this is a love story between two boys. And just like any other couple, gay men kiss. So why would you cut that out if it's just a kiss? Ano yun, parang why is it such a big deal for you guys? Ah,
Ah,
it's just frustrating.
no, I know.
Nakakainis. So thank God for YouTube and thank God for Netflix and iFlix and WeTV and all those other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I think G movies as well, diba? At saka Upstream. At least they're
Oo.
able to show what we what is basically in the story, what was basically produced, diba? Para kuha nila yung buong kwento at saka ano, yung the full experience, yung kilig, yung anticipation, or maybe yung inis din kasi um, maybe bitin yung kiss or something like that. Pero hindi yung you cut it out of the story talaga. Nakakainis talaga yun. Yun. What else did we like about that episode? Was there anything new that you learned, Lance? Anything
Bukod
else?
doon, yeah, kasi I've worked in the background too, or parang behind the scenes of a production of a movie before. So, I could relate to what was going on as well. Lalo ako, parang, I think I stayed in the set for, lalo ko nun, I arrived around 7 a.m., went home the next day around 7 a.m. also. So, 24 hours ako sa set na walang tulog. Fun.
Damn. I wonder how it is like now, no? Kasi, syempre, iba na yung ano eh. Iba na yung safety
Iba na,
precautions, iba na yung
oo.
protocols. So I don't think we can do 24-hour shoots
No, they can't
anymore.
anymore. I think they have to stay for 8 hours. They have to leave, go back, come back again. Okay, that's why I think that's why I understood when JP said they had to cut down and parang maximize what they need to do within this number of days, with this number of hours, only to shoot.
Very true.
Tapos very fun pa yung cast mo, so tawa sila ng tawa in the which can't be helped, but it's fun.
I know. At saka dahil nga sa scene yun, I think sa scene yun, may sinabi yung isang, I think it was the assistant director, who said na parang, hindi tayo matatapos ngayong gabi. Pag ganyan, pag tawa kayo ng tawa.
Oo.
What
Kasi naman, I think Pao said na ang trigger niya palagi for laughter is si Ate Judy or si Adrian. And si Ian's trigger was Anna for every single time. So Pao couldn't move on whenever Ate Judy would start in another parang accent or something.
I think you mentioned yung so whatever happened to your Macaulay Culkin Hamaleon? Ano yun? Lost in Bangkok extravaganza. Every time she says Home Alone now, my God, he loses it, no? Tama. Ray, I'm sorry, may sinasabi si Sir Will. I don't know what's the difference between a man and a woman kissing versus two boys or two girls kissing. Like, just ko, kapag straights naglalaplapan, kahit 10 minutes yan, kebs lang sa MTRCB. Exactly, di ba? Sometimes mas malas, well, a lot of the times nga, mas malaswa pa yung mga halikan nila eh. Di ba? Tapos
I
may mga
know,
humping-humping
right?
pa eh. Pero eto, and to think na boys lockdown is one of the most sanitized, well, not sanitized, pero parang the most fluffiest.
It's the
Di ba?
cotton candy
Di-
fluffiest.
Correct. Yun pa talaga yung kiss na kinat. Like, that is so... Why? Tapos, continues. The planet, huh? The
Yeah, it's
planning. I
just
remember... Sige, go.
yeah, the planning. I remember Direct JP shared he had storyboards and plans ready ahead of time. Pero pagdating ng shoot,
Mm.
may iba pa rin. And there were scenes that did not make the cut para mas masakit. Yeah.
Para
And
sa akin. Oo, totoo. And I have, parang I have some experience rin naman doon. Totoo, di ba? Parang no matter what you plan for, when you actually get, kasi gumawa rin kami ng parang horror short film para sa company. It was a competition. No? Parang there were some improvisations talaga. Kasi pagdating namin doon, parang we didn't have enough room to do this, or the angle that we thought would be great, parang wouldn't be achieved from that spot. Alam mo yun, yung mga ganun bagay. Tapos maybe the stairs, we thought that it would be easy to navigate and follow along. Tapos, hala, yung mga ganun bagay. So parang we had to do some adjustments and all that. So very, very true, no? Ate Judith is shaking. Was that because...
it's like her accent a while ago.
Oy, sino ba yung TikToker na nag-British accent? Ang galing nun eh. Yun dapat yung, dun ba dapat mag-shake si Ate Judith? And then, hi Alan, thanks for being
Hi,
here.
Alan.
Alan says, kasi same-sex kisses are more scandalous. Diba? Parang, so it's
Mas
okay
scandalous.
for...
Mas scandalous nga sila with dry humping pa nga yung mga straight dun sa pinapakita nila sa GMA.
But, and hello, parang di ba, parang probinsyano. Ang dami naming murahan at barilan at patayan at kung ano. Pero okay lang yon. Pero maghalikan yung dalawang lalaki, heaven forbid. The kids should not see that.
Yeah, and we approve every kabit story, di ba? It's fun.
Exactly, di ba? What the... Anong values to, guys? Di ba? Oy, yes, Alan! Congrats on graduating!
Alan, congratulations for graduating. Congratulations.
So, what's next for you, Alan? Let us know. Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What are your plans? Yung ganun bagay. Sige, lagay mo yan sa chat. Tapos, off-topic daw, Sir Will. Congratulations pa rin. Tapos, may dagdag si Sir Will. Mas scandalous yung tang tornado nila sa mga kabitan series. Diba? Gina-glorify pa nga yung mga kabit eh. Tapos yung mga pag nag-aaway pa sila, parang wow. Awesome.
Parang, so that's what they want to teach our children. Go make kabit, fight like hell. But they can't allow two boys to kiss. Innocent. No. They want war instead of love.
Diba? Kaya dapat yung MTRCB na yan. Dapat pinapalitan na. Dagdagan ng mga millennials yan. Baka naman, I'm thinking that the demographic of the MTRCB would be in the ranges of, let's say, late 50s. Hindi ko lang. I might be offending someone here. Let me know. I am sorry.
Yeah. Pero the vision opinions naman nila are valid pa rin in their conditions. But I hope they just open their minds a bit broader and see that there's a broader landscape already. They have a bigger audience already.
Sure.
So absolutely. Don't discount that audience naman. Because we are people too.
Exactly. Ay, sabi ni Alan, lumandi sa college. That's a good plan.
Yes, Alan.
Sana wag ka mabuntis.
Stay safe. Find something that glows in the ref. Also, keep it stocked there.
Correct. Or maybe sometime you want to use toothpaste. Para minty fresh. Sabi. Just ko, nakakaloka. And sabi ni Sir Will, Disney and Netflix as waving. So, malay natin, di ba?
Oo.
13. Char.
13 Avatar Studios, ano ba marami. There's a lot of studios and I'm hoping Alan could be in one of them.
Yes, and especially these days, no, na since Stress has sort of like put Filipino animation back in the spotlight, then hopefully that brings to the fore other, other studios that do the same, or
Oh,
more Filipino stories,
yes.
Sabi ni Alan, sa college talaga plan ko is to gain more connections and experience. Syempre, explore the LGBT community sa campus as best as a closeted person can get.
Yes, explore and
Yes.
experience and enjoy. Triple E lang.
Oo. Pero maybe yeah, actually that's what you said already, no? Lumande should be sort of like a second priority. Ang importante. ang importante is to learn as much as you can. Ayun. And then to finish as best as you can.
Mm.
Diba? Ayun.
Just
Hoy,
be open. Kapag may lumande, parang be open na parang, okay, kapag may lumande, go, bring it on. Mga ganun lang. Pero
yeah.
have an open filter pa din.
Yes, absolutely. Diba? I think one of the things that you can allow yourself to do in college is to explore talaga. Kasi that's the time of your life wherein you can do those things, right? So before you venture out into the corporate world, it's nice to be able to know what you like, what you don't like, what you enjoy doing, what possible life changes you would want to make. Parang yun na talaga during college na talaga yun
Yes.
Ayan. Well, thank you for sharing, Alana. So we hope to see more of your illustrations and more of your art. And hopefully you find a community as well in college wherein you're able to be yourself and, still feel comfortable and everything. And so, how about yung opening line ng gaya sa pelikula Lance? Kasi itong episode na to, sabi, kapag may tinuro sa'yo ang pag-iisa, yakapin mo. What do you think about that?
Ooh, I remember nung nilabas na rin yun nung sa episode na yun. Parang, it just shows na you can still learn things even if you're alone, even experiencing it as you walk alone in life. Kasi you just have to be open with the experience na ibig parang yakapin mo whatever loneliness or solitude would give you. Kumbaga. Take it in, breathe it in. Then once you feel na you're all open already, your chakras are open, your energy is open, then let it go. Let it flow.
Sabi nga ni Tony Braxton, di ba? Let it go. Let it... Ay, kanta pala yun. Sorry.
Kala ko may Elsa ka na after.
Hindi naman. Pero, I guess, loneliness can teach you something, no? Or maybe not loneliness per se, because even if you're alone, you don't necessarily have to be lonely. But I guess being, I think we talked a little bit about this yesterday, no? Na even if you're not with anyone or not in a relationship, if you are just with yourself, you spend that time knowing more about yourself and discovering who you are, what you really want, and what kind of energy, let's say, excites you, or what kind of energy you don't need in your sphere, di ba? Or in your life. So, important rin talaga na there are moments that we are alone, or because it's parang it's a time for us to meditate, to reflect, and maybe even to make let's say certain decisions. Kasi di ba, if you're with people or parang you're in the thick of things, tas parang you don't have that time or that quiet space to be alone, then parang hindi ka makakapag-isip rin ng maayos kasi there's so much parang sensory input.
Parang ang daming energy na pumapasok sa'yo na hindi mo alam which one is which, how do you filter this one, where should I go. So it's good to have those alone times kahit extrovert ka sa person.
Absolutely, di ba? And the other thing that is said here is embrace it. Kasi yun nga parang I think some people they don't like the concept of being alone, or they're uncomfortable with not having anyone with them. Kasi parang maybe they've developed this sort of like persona wherein gusto nila they're surrounded by people, they're always in the thick of things. Ito yung mga usually nakaka-experience ng FOMO, di ba? Kasi fear of missing out. Parang if you're not
Yep.
there, if you're not with them, or if you're not doing the same thing as they are, parang you feel na parang, hindi ako included, kailangan included ako, those things, right? So I think we have to embrace them, those times we're in. Because sometimes when you miss out on that one thing, you're actually allowing yourself to experience something else, which may be even better for you, or which may be even something that you actually need, diba? Kasi you're
True.
missing out on the party, but then you are gaining maybe some peace and quiet for your mental health, or diba, for your emotional well-being, diba? So may mga ganun bagay. Parang it's not because ay hindi naman porket na parang you're giving up something, wala ka nag-gain in return. I guess that's what I wanted to say.
Katulad nga ni, if we're gonna go jump to the next series, I think that's what Reb is teaching us right now, that you have to be optimistic. You have to be positive. Like there's a silver lining in every little thing. Like for example, if you didn't go to that party, baka there's something that happened in that party that parang the universe is saying, do not go.
Yeah.
Or parang you need to do something else. Parang nililihis ka to get there. Kasi yung mga ganun eh. Sometimes you just have to listen to the universe, or listen to your body cues, or listen to the energy around you. Na parang you tried and tried, for example, you just tried and tried to go to that party, but everything seems to be roadblocking you. Baka you have to listen to that sometimes. Kailangan mo yakapin yung sinasabi sa'yo. Baka it's trying to teach you a lesson that you're not listening to. Or trying to prevent you from getting to that location because alam nila masasaktan ka, something might go bad. So, ayun, trust the process, trust the energy around you.
Correct. Let it flow. Trust the universe.
Let it flow, then let it go. Tony and Elsa.
Tama. Okay, so let's also mention the last quote. It says naman, habulin ang mga nawalang sandali. Ang lahat ng takot ay imbitasyon upang maging matapang. It's easier said than done though, don't you think?
It is. It's easier said than done talaga. Kasi there are some fears that we don't know na until you see them at front, you won't know if, parang at the back of your head, ay, kaya ko labanan yan. Pero once you're face to face with it, parang nanginginig ka, kinakabahan ka. It just takes one little push or one giant leap of faith in order to get there. And grateful ako sa mga taong who were there then when I had to take that leap of faith. Parang they were there with me in that experience, who gave me that little push. It could be myself or someone external.
Oh, elaborate ng konti without revealing, too much. What was that leap about?
Ang dami. There was one literal. I was pulled out of it.
Oh my God. Parang cliff jump ba to? Or cliff dive?
Similar. I was pulled out of it. Pero yeah, I mean, in every decision that you make naman in life, I feel like I'm the cautious type. So I would need a little push before I take it. Or I need to listen to what's going on before I take it. Like, let's say I'm getting a condo, or before I got a condo,
okay.
I was condo hunting nun eh. Parang until there was something about the condo I picked, from location to parang, this feels right. Alam mo yun? You know that feeling?
Yeah.
When that clicked, and then P liked it too, we liked the location, then suddenly, bam. When it was there na parang, are you gonna take it or not? Parang sabi ko, should I not? And my head was saying, take it. Kasi it all checked the boxes naman. And there are moments naman na parang, you'd feel the tug between your heart and mind, saying, your heart saying, no, don't do that. Your mind is saying, go do that. I take a step back for those kinds of moments and breathe and listen. Parang, minsan natulog ko muna, and let's see. If the two are still battling, let's sleep again. Let's think more. Let's find more data para how to convince which one would win. And eventually they align.
Nice. Yeah, no. It's nice if that happens. It's medyo hassle pag hindi nangyayari yun.
Totoo.
Minsan nauuna yung puso mo, or minsan nauuna yung utak mo, hindi sila in sync. So therefore, parang it's hard to make a decision about something. For me naman, parang I'm not sure what the first statement actually means. No? Kasi parang, it was translated in English and it said parang chase the lost moments. Kasi parang if the moments are already lost, how exactly can you chase them, diba? So I'm not sure what this means exactly. Pero for the second one, ang lahat ng takot ay imbitasyon upang maging matapang. That is in fact true, di ba? Parang it's an opportunity for you to maybe rise up to the challenge or to be more courageous, I would say. Kasi maybe this is a moment of growth or maybe this is a moment of learning. And I think one of the things that makes us more anxious about something is the more we avoid it. Kasi di ba, parang habang iniiwasan mo, habang hindi mo ginagawa, your mind makes it bigger than it really is. Siguro case in point would be, for example, when the pandemic happened, di ba, first, ayoko talaga lumabas. Like, if I felt that if I came like 3 meters to someone, na parang I have a chance now of getting infected. Alam mo, yung super paranoid talaga ako and everything. Diba?
Yeah.
Pero parang one day, parang I needed to go out and buy some, essentials, syempre. So parang, I took the chance. I took precautions. I wore everything that I need to wear. I brought my alcohol with me. And then nothing bad happened. I didn't catch anything. I didn't get sick or anything. So sabi ko, okay, next time I'll do the same. I just follow the same protocols. I'll just stay safe and just okay. So parang it's okay pala to go out. So the more I kept doing it, basically, the more comfortable I felt doing it. So it's the same thing, di ba? Parang the more you avoid situations wherein kinatatakutan mo, and the more that fear builds in your head. Kasi the imagined fear can actually be more paralyzing than the actual thing itself, di ba? Kasi yun nga parang you've built it up so much in your head na hindi ka na makagalaw. So, I agree with that second statement. So, I'm still not sure about the first statement.
And I think you made it clear na a chase after na nawawalang sandali or nawalang sandali because they may be in the past but you're trying to beat whatever fear that's placed you in that moment, stuck in that moment. So you're trying to run forward or run something ganon.
So parang yun lang, I think it's the wording Kasi parang when you say chase the lost moments, parang for me, parang mentally and logically, parang that doesn't make sense to me. And this is just me. Kasi parang I would have understood it better if it was mentioned na make sure you don't lose those moments. Or something like that. Kasi di ba parang lost moments are already lost So when you are in that moment, make sure that you be in that moment so that you don't lose it. Parang I guess in that way, it would have made more sense to me. But again, it's just me.
Kasi naka-compound lang siya with takot. So that's what I thought, na habulin ang nawalang sandali. Parang ang lahat ng takot ay imbelsyon upang maging tarapang. So yun, it felt like parang yun, na just you have to chase whatever you've lost or get to the point of whatever you've lost and take another jump.
Back. Parang ganon.
Oo.
And I think this relates naman to to the relationship between Vlad and Carl. Na parang they lost the connection for a bit, pero kailangan habulin nila uli yung isa't isa in a way para maibalik yung connection na yun. Kasi gusto naman nila pareho I think it's just yun nga parang one of them was hesitant because he didn't know what he was or who he was really, and the other one was like he wanted to take that leap, but once he got hurt, parang he needed to pull back because he needed to protect himself. So that made him hesitate to take more of a chance. Kasi yun nga, nasaktan mo na ako.
And I think this relates a lot to Allen, especially that is in between two new lives. Hi, May. Yeah. And mahaba sinabi ni Allen. If you've seen his Instagram too, I think you'd find the backstory of because of why he said this. Parang sabi niya from personal experience, nasayang ko buhay ko, and due to that, it built traumas. I had two choices: continue walking or retreat in fear. I chose to continue walking forward kasi nasayang ko ng buhay ko at ayaw ko na dagdagan pa. Yan. From personal experience, nasayang ko buhay ko and due to that, ayun. Yun, yung two choices. Naulit lang siya. Oo. And yeah, I think the best advice we gave, you just go to his IG and or in his Twitter then, you'd find the backstory, ano yung mga kinikwento niya. You'd see his post there na tungkol doon. So, content trigger warning lang. So, that's his part. Ang sabi nga namin sa kanya, parang, yes, he has to continue walking. You have to forgive the past that you've left. Kumbaga. Kasi during that moment, during that time, for you, it was correct. But looking back, it may not be the same anymore. Kasi you've grown, you've changed, and you move forward to the better. You may regret it noon, pero at least now, parang they have brought, kumbaga, those little things that happened to you has taught you some lessons that you needed to move forward.
Right. And I think etong statement ni Alan, I think this would have made more sense if it was phrased in this way. I lost a moment, or I lost a lot of moments. So moving forward, I don't want to lose any more moments. So that's why when I'm given the opportunity, what was the quote again? Na I will take that chance. Na I will take the opportunity to diba?
Ganun naman, actually ganun yung concept nung habulin ang nawalang sandali. Parang you don't want to lose those moments again. Kumbaga.
Okay, cool.
Kasi you lost them before, you don't want to lose them again because of fear.
Exactly, no. Sometimes fear can be very anti-productive. State the obvious, Mike. Parang make the most out of the lost time and make everything count. Yun, make everything count. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what it is. Yes. So we're looking forward to episode 3 of Guys sa Pelikula. We want to know more about the series. Here sa episode na to, we saw we saw Adrian, no? Pero we didn't really see Yash talk to the camera. So hopefully next episode we'll get to do that.
Yeah, and hopefully we could hear from Tito Santi also.
Yes. Especially since he was the mentor of Vlad.
Yes.
Ayan. So guys, if you have anything else to say about Guys sa Pelikula, put it in the chat. Though right now we also want to talk about Stuck on You. So Will, if you haven't seen it yet, we might share some spoilers. So
same May. May, if you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna be sharing some spoilers too. So there.
Yes. We'll try to make it as generic as possible, pero you guys are smart, so you'll piece it together.
Yes.
Pero what do you think? Wala namang cliffhanger na naganap sa episode na to, right?
I mean, walang major cliffhanger, pero magaling sila bitin.
Yes, actually.
Magaling sila bitin. Parang, ang galing na ng kwento nila kasi they can do that. Na-amaze lang ako, parang they're telling a story with just 2 people literally talking. Ang galing nun, and it's like they resolved one issue but they're introducing another issue through the ending clip, parang ganun. So, ang galing na bitin.
Natawa naman ako kay Alan. Generic as possible. Episode 2 is about Rev and Jay.
Yes.
And about... Charot.
And about...
Oy, sorry na guys. Spoiler alert na talaga. Kasi gusto kong pag-usapan I have to mention it. So, I'll give you 5 seconds to leave. Charot. And then come back when you've seen it. We're at the 50-minute mark. So, balik kayo. Tapos i-rewind nyo to 51. Minute 51. Para malaman nyo kung ano sasabihin ko. Pero, I just want to talk about the girl.
Si Bev. Hi,
yes.
Bev
Beverly. Alam mo, I had an inkling na that there would be other characters introduced. Kasi in one of the lives, si Yves, sinabi niya talaga na parang 95% of the time it's just me and Iyo. So, what's the other 5%? Who's gonna be there? So, most likely there's gonna be other characters. So, eto na nga, si Bev. So, Laz, ano masasabi mo sa angle na yon or sa pinakita doon?
Yeah, parang at least we got to see why he's hurting in a way, why he's a bit jaded. Because there's something that happened we're seeing all this love, pero he's jaded afterwards, or he seems like he's broken afterwards. Doesn't trust
Yeah.
people anymore. Kasi you could feel the hugot niya na parang, so we become friends. So after what happens after we become friends, then it made
Correct.
sense when you saw the ring. Na parang, oh
Yeah.
shit, he reached that part, but suddenly it drifted away.
But that's the thing, no? I mean, tama nga yung tanong ni Jakey. This is also something that I'm wondering about.
Mm.
So, is JM bisexual? Is he fluid? Is he non-binary? Kasi parang,
Is he pansexual too?
parang
Is he panromantic? We don't know.
kasi a straight person, like a cishet person, if they're brokenhearted over a girl, they wouldn't go and start doing collabs with guys. Di ba? Kasi parang it's just antithetical to their gender and their sexual orientation. Di ba? So that's something I'm wondering about. Like, there must be more to the story, or there must be more to JM per se, for him to do that. Kasi it's not easy to switch from one gender to another. And even if you are really hurt, you don't, like, for example, if I'm really hurt by a guy, I'm not gonna switch to a girl. Right? I
Pero,
mean, it's not something that
yeah,
you
I
know
think
at all.
it's different eh. Kasi let's say if you associate yourself as pansexual or bisexual, switching between a girl and a guy is gonna be easy for you kasi you don't see
Oh, yun.
genders.
Oh,
Especially if you're
yun, yeah.
pansexual, you don't see genders. You see energies, you see spirit, you see personality, you see soul. Parang that's what you go. Parang that weighs heavier for you than
Mm.
if the person is a guy or a girl.
Mm-mm.
Pero
So I hope
pero
that explains
there
siguro.
maybe we'll find out more maybe. Pero I think
Yeah.
if I'm looking at it in another perspective, na he is really broken, and
Yeah.
to recover from his brokenness, Lande is the key. Parang he's trying to look for another void to fix the broken heart, and he found
Yeah.
Lande. And like what you
Yeah.
said a while ago, because of the fear na he wants to jump off, he took
No.
Lande and it became his routine. Remember his first quote? Sabi niya kanina, every parang one Lande, another Lande, parang another time. Ano yun? Parang
Another day,
gano'n.
another day, another
Another day,
lande.
another Lande. Oops.
Ala.
Ayan.
Easy lang, easy lang.
Ito lang. Ayun. Ayun, another day, another Lande. So, I think that's how you feel. Kasi there's some people naman, kahit if there some people who use that as an output, kasi they just want to be loved sometimes, and that's the
Okay.
closest expression of love they can get through lende or through sex or through tripping, kumbaga.
Would it be love though, or just some kind of attention or validation?
Attention and validation that he is still wanted by someone, he is needed by
Yes.
someone.
There, yeah. That's what I'm thinking too eh. Kasi parang, that's the easiest way that you can get it eh. Parang, you make someone all hot for you, and then you post something that people will like, will share, and then of course there's gonna be comments like, parang, dude, laki, or dude, sarap.
Oh,
Diba? So parang,
sanay
I mean, I guess for some people, nakakainis. Nakikita ko lang. So there's gonna be those types of comments which I think may boost some kind of yun nga, parang emptiness inside them or need for validation. Pero yun nga eh, he may be broken, but it's not a good excuse to treat people a certain way. May sinabi dito si Alan na medyo naging issue yung treatment ni JM kay Red. Maraming may ayaw sa comment section. Ikaw, how do you feel about that?
It parang ako, if I were in JM's situation and I badly needed my space, I would have shooed him off na lang. Parang go, stay somewhere else, find another location, go to my barangay and ask. Ako mag-solve ng problema mo. Na parang, oh, eto na. Here's your kuwan. You can book this hotel. Let's near our barangay. Same barangay. Parang ganun. Pero,
Okay.
there wouldn't be a story if it went that route naman. Diba?
That's true.
Pero, honest, I cringed a bit on how he may be negative, he may be that, pero he's still human pa din.
Yes. Agree.
Pero it also could be na it's like a battle of two things, like the heart and the mind. The heart wants company, but the mind is saying, palayasin mo yung tao, ito yung kailangan.
Correct. Kasi ayaw niya nga na ano, di ba? Ayaw niya ng attachments. Ayaw
Yes,
niya
ayun
na
attachment.
parang yung ano yung sinabi niyang pattern parang it's very telling na parang eto yung lagi nangyayari sa kanya. Yung parang they start a conversation, they get to know each other, they become friends, and now I can't get rid of you. Parang ganon. At tapos parang,
Oo.
uh, para there's always gonna be a problem because the sex gets in the way. So parang, I think he's developed that pattern niya And
Yeah.
yun nga parang for him, it never ends in a good place. So that's why, yun na lang talaga yung ano niya, yun na lang talaga yung habol niya. It's just the sex or the collaboration. And then after
Oo.
that, wala na. Kasi I don't feel, and the thing is, hindi siya umuulit, di ba? Sinabi niya yun I mean, I thought I would never see you again. So that's his pattern din Parang hindi siya umuulit ng tao. Kasi I think he doesn't want to develop a certain closeness. And he doesn't even allow personal questions. That's one of his main rules. No
Oo.
questions, no showing of face, those types of things. So it's really very clear na he develops very strong boundaries
Oo,
with
pero
many
kahit
people.
ang weird lang niya, like I think if you read the chat right now, parang yun nga, one of them
Oh,
I think Mamyao stated na he gets contradicting in a way na
uh,
he wants his own space but is willing to invade Reb's space. Yung
yes,
that space that he mismo siya yung nagmarka.
correct. Sige, sorry, balikan lang natin yung mga comments, baka mawala na mamaya. So, sinabi ni Ma'am Yao, ayaw ko kay JM. Mas sadista masyado. Maybe sadista is strong a word kasi wala pa namang whips na nagagamit. Charot.
Wala pang
But
posas,
he
wala
can
pang
be,
whips.
yeah, he can be a bit, I guess, what
He's,
do you call that?
kumbaga, in the state of mourning for
Rude?
something that's appeared. He's in a state of denial and he's an angry person pa rin.
Yeah.
So he's
Pero
voicing out all his anger towards, kumbaga, towards Reb. Kasi if you have let's say, if you're in that state, and then remember, Reb was triggering a lot of moments from his
yeah,
past. The
yeah,
pancake, the TV,
right,
his mere presence was that. So
correct.
I have a feeling at some point that the character of Bev, si Aliyah, was also as positive and as energetic as Reb. Kaya nagiging trigger siya.
Ah, interesting. Yes, true.
Kasi if let's say if you're another hookup person and you do the same thing, pero there's something in Reb that's different from the others. And I think we've seen that he was this happy-go-lucky person. Na very optimistic, very malaldal. Feeling ko ganun yun eh.
Uh,
And that's why he's trying to be mean kasi at the end of the day, you're gonna be just like Aliyah. Iiwan naman rin ako.
correct. Very rin parang very revealing din yung tiningnan niya yung webpage or yung Facebook
Mm-mm.
page or
Yes.
Instagram ni Aliyah, and then he
Oo.
said, "Wag kang tanga, JM, wag kang tanga." And I'm like, huh. Okay, so he still really pines for that person. So I want to know what happened there, like who left who, or what was the cause
Yeah,
of the breakup,
what really happened? I'm curious.
or or was she a hookup in the first place? Alam mo yun? Baka hookup siya. Tapos na-develop intimacy and then iniwan siya kasi hookup lang talaga yung hanap ni girl. Alam mo yun? Baka ganun din. So,
Pero may
I'm
ring
wondering
eh.
if that's gonna happen. May ring kasi na-in-love siya. Pero yung girl, baka hookup lang yung hanap sa kanya.
Ayaw
Fubu
nga.
lang.
Oo.
Diba? So, baka dun siya na-jade talaga ng bonggang-bongga. So, sabi
And
naman ni
parang he's trying to return the favor to every person na hook up lang to, so ganun din lang sa
correct! Right! Not paying it forward, pero parang, in a way, sort of like, what do you call that? Paggante, yun.
Oo.
Medyo paggante niya. Hindi niya magagantihan yung girl. So, ginagawa niya lang sa ibang tao, pero subconsciously, parang ginagawa niya sa ibang tao yung ginawa sa kanya. Oh my God. Anyways.
Oh.
Sabi natin na sabi.
Nakakatawa kasi it's a plot of karma as well, lalo yung sa banyo. Yung banyo scene niya. So,
Exactly. Biglang karma, di ba?
Biglang karma siya. I love that.
Oh, that's probably one of the reasons why they said na sadista.
Mm-mm.
He's mean. I don't know if you call it sadista, pero he's mean. And he's kind of rude, di ba? Like yung pagsara ng pinto, slamming the door in, his face, etc. Pero I think, di ba, like you mentioned, parang at heart, mabait pa rin siyang tao. Kasi nung gabi na, ayaw niyang pauwiin. maybe in some way, he was thinking na kung may mangyari sa kanya, konsensya ko pa yan eh. Pero that still shows caring for the person, di ba? So,
Oo.
yeah.
Kasi if I was a real mean person, I would not even let him stay in my
Correct.
house.
Sige, go, leave.
Bahala ka, matulog ka sa labas. Bahala ka sa buhay
Kung
mo.
may mangyari, di ba? Kung may mangyari sa'yo,
Oo.
bala ka, di ba? Parang
Oo.
that's a care, no, not a careless, a heartless person, di ba? Pero, ano niya, pinastay niya. So, is JM still figuring out who he is with XGF and then hooking up with guys? Yeah, possibly, maybe. Or maybe nga sabi na Lance, baka pansexual talaga siya.
Oo.
And this is a question I also asked, diba, sa first episode. Why is JM alone? Will we be seeing backstory of his family? Hopefully we do. Pero in this episode, he mentioned that his mom is dead. So,
yes, so we have one parent down, another one to wait for.
oh my God, who's the dad? Is it Ken Barrientos?
I don't know.
Pero if you know,
bilang si Pancho pala, no?
Pwede. Pero if you notice the opening credits, there's starring Yves Flores introducing Yukan Las and featuring Beverly Kumla and then another guy, Paulo something, which I forgot the name. Pero there's another guy. So I don't know if he's like a father or a friend or another hookup. We'll see. Pero may isa pang character. Maybe the dad, maybe someone else.
Maybe we'll find out.
Yeah. Sabi ni Ellen, to be honest, I don't think na may malicious intent si JM. I see it as him being afraid and desperate. Yeah, that could be possible too, diba?
Yes.
Kasi pag desperate ka or afraid, your self-preservation kicks in. So parang sometimes you disregard how other people might feel, or sometimes you don't really sort of like become conscious about what you're doing kasi you're just focused on me. So, yun nga eh. Parang nai-itsapera yung ibang tao. Sorry. Sabi ni Ma'am Yao, boils down to love language again. Physical expressions of love. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Pero,
kasi ayaw niya yeah?
I have a question though. Parang, before pala that question, now we realize na dala-dala palaga si Kiko na cactus sa bag niya.
Correct! Dala niya sa hookup. Oh my God. That's so funny.
I know, parang that's, okay. I'd love to know why he brings him along somewhere, pero maybe baka that's a safety net, safety blanket talaga.
Right, no. Baka siya, comfort animal. Animal! Parang security dog. Char.
Yes.
Sabi ni Alan, and this is referring to JM now. Ayaw niya ng connections, pero he is now forced in a situation wherein he will develop one. Right. Kaya nga sabi niya, parang 14 days lang to, JM. 14 days lang to. Everything will go back to normal. And then he says, this is why I hate people. Hala? May siya, no? General dislike for other people. So, sige Lance, basahin.
So meaning parang cornered si JM, pero he's the one who started the situation in the first place. Yeah. He might have started the situation, but I always see it na it's a two-way stream, kumbaga. So with two-way street, kasi it takes one to say something and another person to say yes to it.
Right. JK, what line was that Reb said? Is it parang you started all of this, so
feeling ko it was that line.
Excuse me for having
the stupid feelings.
Yeah.
Yes. And also we saw from the trailer also nilapag din nila yung parang prayer ni Reb. It was shown in this episode din.
Wait, what prayer?
Yung Lord, thank you sa bagong kaibigan. Yakap na si Kiko.
The teaser, yeah. And then the good night exchange. Oh, see? That was a tender moment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kasi takot like what Gus is saying, sa pinaka-end, natakot sa JM to connect with anyone. Hi, Tito Gus.
Hi, Tito Gus.
And maybe kasi he's afraid to get hurt again.
Right.
To lose another person.
When you connect with someone kasi parang you allow them to see you and you become vulnerable to them. So it makes you prone to getting hurt or to be affected by whatever it is that they do. And Ito yung sinabi mo kanina, no? The fact that he wants his own space but he willingly
Oo.
invades
Yep. Yan
Dev's
yung, that should be
space or
Rebs.
Rev's
Rebs.
space. Pero I think parang it's also because yun nga parang he's a very controlling and directing person, di ba? Parang
Obviously.
he has all the, di ba? So parang alpha talaga siya eh. So parang it's my house, it's my rules. You do this, you do this, you do this. We don't do this, we don't do this, we don't do this. So
Oo.
yes, I gave you a personal space, but this is still my house. So I have the
Uh-huh.
last say. So alam mo yun, I think that's also very in line with that kind of persona.
Yes, and so, hence my question, which persona do you want to live with? Kasi,
Live
kasi
with
si,
or play with?
so na tayo, live, play, and what's the other one? What's another term?
Yun na yun. Wag nang iba, wala nang iba.
Oo. Kasi di ba, a
Pero
Rev could be talkative and overtly
yes.
positive to a point na nakakairita. And the other one's too cold and too painful magsalita. No, is really pushing people away.
Right. Pero because of that and everything that you guys said in the chat, no, I remember naman yung isang line na sinabi ni, hindi niya sinabi verbally pero pinost ni Ives na parang natatakot ako sa'yo kasi all these stupid walls that I put up, parang tinanggal mo na lang ng parang wala. So I'm thinking na, okay, well, no matter how big or high or thick your walls are, Reb's gonna get you. He's gonna get you.
Mm-hmm.
And yun nga, maybe because tulad ng sinabi mo, and tulad ng sinabi ngayon ni JK na JM is seeing Beverly Kumla talaga in Rev or Aliyah. So Ma'am Yao says that could be maybe Aliyah was a positive force in his life and now with Rem being a positive person, it reminds him unintentionally of her, right? And Allen, napag-golden shower tuloy ang halaman wala sa oras dahil di makapag-CR sir.
Has that happened to you ever? Yung ganun experience?
Are we talking about golden shower? Or
hindi. Yung tingin na plant, out of desperation kasi parang hindi ka na makahabol sa CR. Mga ganung moments.
Yeah, actually. Kasi ako talaga, I'm the type of person na unless absolutely necessary, I will hold it in and I will find a CR talaga. Like even if I'm stuck in traffic, I will hold it in. Pero there were a couple of times wherein talagang hindi ako umiihi talaga sa kalsada, no? Pero dahil super traffic na, tapos ihi na ako, talagang binuksan ko yung pinto, tapos umihi talaga ako sa may poste. Sa kalsada. Alam mo yun, parang, pero, so yeah, it has happened. Pero the other golden shower, no, it hasn't happened.
The other golden shower, no, thank you. And the
No,
other
thank you.
one,
Not for me.
I have a small bladder, so I have to find ways.
Like, one time, may dala akong mineral water bottle. So, dun ko buti naman, I didn't require more space. Kumasya naman.
Good for you.
So Alan, maybe deep down, gusto niya pa rin oo naman. I think everyone, no matter how high your walls are, subconsciously talaga, and humans are built to be connected or to strive and to yearn for connection Because we are, what do you call that? We're actually built to look for connection or to yearn for physical contact. There's even a hormone for that, oxytocin. It's the love hormone, also known as the cuddle hormone. So your brain releases that whenever you feel stressed. So that's why some people get clingy or naghahanap ka ng kausap because your body is telling you to do so through the hormone. Oh my God, feel ko GM apologist na ako. Char.
Feeling ko din after ibang nights or episodes, magiging ganun tayo. Pwede ka natin.
Tingnan natin. Right. By the way, Ash is here. Hi, Ash.
Hi, Ash.
What do you think about the episode? Let us know. And so, Jakey, yes, can we all appreciate how good Iyo is portraying Rem? Those gestures and his voice, super believable.
The way he speaks, the accent, the Yung speech pattern, the mannerisms, it's so different from Drunken Allen. It's so different from commercial EO, and it's another layer to his personality. That there's this na very fluffy and gay rep. Ang saya, parang kudos to EO, ang
Yeah.
galing.
Parang ano natural na natural talaga. Yung mga pag-roll
Mm.
ng eyes, yung mga pag ganon. Parang,
No, I know. And that
Hindi.
bitch face pout na.
Totoo. Although, admittedly, there are some instances wherein I feel na he nasobrahan niya ng konti. Yung
Mm.
yung mga eksena sa door usually. Parang ano, sinara na. Huwag ganun. Tapos tumatalon-talon siya. So parang I feel na that could have been toned down a little bit. And also in this episode, parang, uy, pasukin mo na ako. Alam mo yun, yung parang, okay, so that could have been toned down a little bit as well. Or maybe the
Sa akin,
delivery
they're
could have been
good.
different.
Sa akin, they're good enough kasi he's this optimist, big personality type of person. So the louder the personality, the bigger the expressions. So it just fit the character well for me when it comes to that.
I think it's just the tone for me. Parang,
Maybe it's the tone, pero the movement, when I look at the movement, the
the
movement
movements,
counts.
yes. Sobra. Oo.
Oo, pero I
Tamang-tama
think
yung mga
I
movements.
get your tone na if kaya pa ni Iyo, taasan pa, parang ibirit pa ng konti.
Or yung may landi pa. Alam mo, yung may landi pa. Yung
Example. Yes.
Yung
Yes.
ganon
Yes. Ganon.
Yung parang he's in that middle point between real EO, I guess, and Rev EO, I guess. Parang
yes.
So, yan. So, medyo kulang lang ng konti for me.
Parang I think he needs to learn from Bev Kumla. Kasi I've seen her she dubbed Treste, ang galing niya doon. Those nuances in the voices, ang galing ni Bev. So, baka kaya turuan natin Bev. Or baka nagturo na si Ate Bev sa kanila.
We'll see. Baka we'll speaking lang siya. We don't know. No? Wait, I would say that those are red flags already. Yung ginagawa ni GM. Red flags for abusive behavior somehow. Yeah, it could be sort of like a glimpse or maybe ano ba yun? Parang a step towards that. Pero yun nga, hopefully it just remains just being rude and just being mean. And I'm sure that we'll see some character development here. I don't think that they're gonna romanticize it or anything.
I don't think so. If ever it's going to be romanticized in that perspective, maybe because we're seeing the perspective of Reb, who's an optimist, na he doesn't really see them as an abusive behavior. Then suddenly, when he wakes up into reality, he would say, na, ikaw naman nagsimula nito eh, and you gave me the stupid feelings. Parang ganon.
Right.
So
I'm allowed to feel like shit.
Yes. So it's gonna be heavy maybe in the next few episodes.
Yes, absolutely. Pero here's the thing now. I think that we will have a turning point in the third episode. Kasi the third episode is titled Lights Off. Kasi yun nga, di ba? Nag-blackout or pinutulog sila ng kuryente. So I think, yun nga parang they have no choice but to spend time with each other because, well, I guess the internet is out and mahirap yung signal, di ba? And there's only so much you can do on your phone. So maybe they'll spend some time out in the veranda. And maybe we will see EO or Reb whip out the guitar and sing. Kasi meron yun sa opening credits yung nagigitara siya So maybe we'll see that. And maybe we'll see the start of JM feeling something. Oh my God.
We'll see layers of his jadedness disappear slowly.
Correct. And Alan says, imagine if Kiko will get a major role sa pag-develop ng relationship. Hey, yeah, it could be a plot device. No.
Yes.
Oh, Gus, Scarlet Hours. Yes, I think that's gonna be later, no? It's
yes,
usually
Gus.
at 11 o'clock. Yes. So later on, I'm sure that Scarlet Hours will talk about this as well. So more conversations over there.
Yes.
And Mamiao says they're both doing well in their portrayals. Yeah. Although admittedly, there are instances wherein siguro maybe kasi yun nga parang I feel na JM is not as comfortable or Yves is not as comfortable speaking English as EO. So there are sometimes na yung words they don't sound as natural. Pero no biggie, it's something.
So, sa akin no biggie kasi
yeah, no biggie.
tinadala na acting niya eh. Ang galing ng acting niya. Na it feels like that's really how he speaks. So, okay. Ganun siya
Medyo may
eh.
angas, medyo may angas na ano eh.
Oo, may diin na may angas na... Ayun, sabi ni na VR, wala daw connectivity to gas. Walang KH tonight, walang cat hours tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, it's I don't know. It's good to take a rest sometimes. No?
Oo.
Yes, Mikey, the delivery of English ni Wes. Ayun. And
Yes.
also, Alan
Sabi ni
says,
Alan.
Oh my God, natuwa
Yeah.
ako ng sobra. Yun, tumili si Rep sa siya. Same says.
And I think that's the height and tilt you were looking for when you needed to take the bathroom. So bad.
Pero alam mo, I can go higher. Charot.
Ooh.
Sa totoo lang, I can go higher. Pero good effort, yes. Agree. Yeah. Actually, ano nga eh, parang they're doing well. Syempre, hindi naman perfect. We have to admit that. But I guess yun nga, it depends rin siguro on the viewer. You know? There are some things that we're okay with. There are some things that we think could be better. And there are some things that parang, yeah, they actually nailed it. Ganon, diba?
Yeah, and actually this episode, na-realize ko din na they could really switch roles, kumbaga.
They can.
You could play JM and Yves can play Reb. Kasi
Super.
Reb, Yves as a person is like Reb na very sweet, very yung ganun taong tipo, and we know Eos acting skills naman. He could play the bitch if he wants to.
Oh yes, absolutely. He's very versatile. No.
Yes.
Pero I think parang as it is now, I think perfect yung casting. Kasi parang parang I don't see JM acting fluffy or acting
Yves.
really. Yves acting as femme. Kasi I don't know. It's just his stature, I guess, or his demeanor.
Pero it adds more flavor to the femme world din.
That would be true.
There would be that kind of femme na he's more of the pa-cute femme if ever he'd be acting this. Hindi yung, he's not the extravagant femme. Yung pa-bebe femme siya, hindi siya yung parang paano ginagawa ni Ian na femme.
True. So, what else ba? I'm just looking I'm just looking through some things. And then JM is very particular about keeping things as they are. So, this is one thing that I'm really thinking about. Kasi he says there's a reason I keep this door locked. Or there's a reason why I want things in the cabinet to be in the cabinet. Diba? Kasi if you know this, guys, diba? When nagluto si Reb, nung nilabas na yung mga plato at saka yung mga utensils, they were still wrapped in something, I don't know, paper, whatever. So parang it felt like niligpit talaga eh. Or hindi pa nailalabas. Like hindi pa nagagamit at all. So I'm wondering, is he trying to keep the house the same as it was when Bev left, hoping she will come back and find everything the same as it was and they can pick up where they left off? Alam mo yun? So parang, I'm thinking, is he trying to keep it like a shrine? or
pwede.
Alam mo yun?
Pero, he's really a man of routine. Kasi that's how I see it naman, na he's a man of routine and habit, especially yung another lande, another day, parang ganon, na, and his pattern for every lande is like, it should be this. And he goes with the same house then, it should be this. And every little change would trigger him somehow.
So he's a process man, ganon. Sabi ni VR, pag sobra yung gulat na, pag sobrang yung gulat pa, papunta ng whistle tone. Charot. Mariah Carey is shaking. Yes. Wait, that's a grieving thing. I think leaving a space pristine. I know! Which also makes me consider, is it possible that he wasn't left that she died somehow.
My God, tapos
And
accident
that,
sila ng kasama yung nanay niya, na-accident sila sabay.
oh my God! Diba? And he's keeping
He's
that.
keeping the whole house clean because they all died in one car accident, example. Or one plane accident.
And,
Kasabi nila
and
sa
that room.
Davao with Brenex Gym.
Whose
Ganun eh.
room is that?
It-
Oh my
it-
God. Naghalo-halo na, no? Si Jerome
Oh,
pa rin.
ang dami
Sige,
kasing crossovers
comment
yung
natin.
pancakes from GSP. So, ay, Ma'am Meow,
Totoo.
Ma'am Meow, do you wanna come up ba? You wanna make a cat to talk about the grieving thing? If ever.
Yeah, you can. Tapos, yun nga eh, parang, that room is closed for a purpose. Why? Whose room is it? Is it, Is it Bev's room? Pero why would Bev be living there? I don't know. Is it the mom's room? Maybe because, the parents, kasi matanda na, usually they like being on the first floor so they don't have to keep going up and down. Diba? Hi, Mama Meow!
Hi, Ma'am Meow!
Mama Meow, what can you say about the
Oo.
grieving thing?
Especially the grieving thing. We expanded your grieving
Yeah,
thing into a death.
I think it's a grieving thing. Yung ginagawa niya na pag-invade sa space ni
Uh-uh.
ni Rev. Kasi
Uh,
kumbaga sinira ni Rev yung buong routine niya eh.
Oo.
So may routine siya. He's going through the grieving process by going through all these guys.
Oo.
And sinira ni Rev lahat yun nung nandun siya, naiwan siya for the quarantine for 2 weeks. So kailangan niyang ihatiin yung bahay, kailangan niyang magkaroon ng schedule. So in the process, gusto niyang as much as i-retain yung situation or yung area na supposedly shared niya before with Aliyah to keep those memories to himself. Ngayon ini-invade lahat ni Rev. And it's all coming back to him.
So you're thinking na Aliyah lived there?
Yeah. Aliyah lived with him.
Oh my God.
So they shared that same space. And yung space na yon is being invaded by Rev. And now he's invading Rev's space rin.
Bilang gante.
Parang bilang gante, parang ganun.
Interesting. Maybe the room was Bev's and JM's.
Yes.
But they can't stay there anymore. So that's why he went up. Oh. Wait, do you think she's alive? do you think she's alive? Or is she dead?
I think she's alive. I think they broke up. I think they broke up. Pero he's grieving the breakup. Kasi he's following her on some social media.
Oo. Oo nga.
So how long ago was that post? Maybe
Yun nga eh.
maybe it wasn't taken down yet. Alam mo yun? Baka naman 2 years ago yung post na yun. Hindi natin alam. Walang date eh. Zinong ko talaga, guys. Walang date
wala.
talaga.
Wala. Interesting.
What was the quote? There was a quote eh. Makuha ka sa tingin. Anyway, it doesn't mean anything. Pero walang date. Seriously. So, ayan. Iniisip ko talaga ng patay na siya.
Kasi naman, binagsak nila kasabay ni Mother eh.
Asan si Dad? Yun ang pinagtatakan ko. Asan si Dad?
Oo, where is Father? What do you think happened to the dad naman? Why isn't he around the house?
On that note naman, it's either, kasi he looks old enough to have his own place eh. So, it could be his own place. Either he's estranged with his father, or they're not on speaking terms. That could be one reason. Kasi, if you're living alone, there should be, as far as I know, you're going to be keeping in touch with your folks, especially at times like these. So he's not doing that. He's doing nothing of that. So it could be that they're estranged.
Another reason to be untrusting of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Iniwan sila or baka ng babae. Hala, di ba? Or, more interesting, baka ng lalaki, di ba?
Okay. That's a more interesting
Di ba?
scenario.
Pasok natin yan. Laban natin yan. By the way, sabi nga, nabasa mo na ba? Darwin says, nasa work kaya hindi siya nakapag-reply.
Hi, Darvin. Okay lang, okay lang.
And Jakey is mentioning, have you seen Migos Alter? Yes.
Yes.
Elusively yours.
Siya pala yun. Okay, I only saw Carl's kasi mas naglinger sa akin yung pre-stream niya.
Right. Ang nalaman ko naman na si Migo yon kasi I saw the picture of the neck with the snake. I saw that kasi sa feed niya talaga eh. And I know that he has a corn snake, I think it's called. So,
Corn
sabi
to
ko,
coral snake. I think it's a coral snake. Yeah, I saw.
It's fake eh. Yung kay Iyo yun eh.
Oo. And si Carl naman kasi parang, wait, kaya nakita puti na to, tapos ganun yung lips. Parang, this is Carl.
White kasi.
I know.
No white kasi. Tapos di ba sinabi ni Direk na parang nung sinushoot daw nila yung quarantines, nagre-reflect daw sa mukha ni Carl yung light. Kasi ganun siya kaliwanag. Ayan. Oh my God. Ano pa yung mga theories mo, Ma'am Yao, with regard to JM or Iyo?
Yun nga. Yun nga, yung isang pinost ko kanina na I think na maraming red flag si JM for abusive behavior. So, yun nga, sana it's not another trope na I'll try to change him again. I try to change him to be a better person. Ganyan. Na matuto si Reb to instead, I don't know how they'll do that, na makita yung red flags na yun and try to get out of the relationship. Though that would be unromantic for some. Pero it's a reality eh. Kasi JM is really showing those red flags and it's very disturbing. Yun lang, okay, sige, magpapatira ka. And you have all the say kasi bahay mo naman yun talaga eh. Pero, yung to the point na you're going to pick up after yung kalat nila and then tell it to their faces na this is my house. Na parang in-express mo na before that this is your space eh. You already express na this is your space. Parang
yan yung sinabi rin ni Reb eh.
They should respect that. Yung space na yun. Yung space na hinahanap mo na igalang ng isang tao about you, dapat igagalang mo din sa kanila. Alam mo yun, kahit na pinahiram mo lang yung space na yun. But because you gave it to them in the first place. Pero yung invasion na ginawa niya kasi, hostile invasion, hindi yung invasion na yung katulad nung yung parang sabihin natin tulad ng isang mom na naglilinis after dun sa bisita. Hindi ganun eh. Hostile invasion eh. Na meron pang parang may hostile intent pa tapos nang papahiya pa in the sense na dinedegrade niya yung pagkatao somehow, yung pagkatao ni Red. So, yun yung isang nakikita ko na they have to work out kahit paano.
Ma'am Mel, do you think na it's possible na kaya siya iniwan rin? Na maybe because he was exhibiting those kinds of behavior too? To Belle?
Yeah, it could be possible. Kaya sila nag-break up ng LDR. It could be one of the reasons. Kasi, ano yun eh, tawag dito. Kasi, while you're not physically harming your partner, yung psychological effect ng mga overbearing characteristic mo, yung overbearing na domineering characteristic mo, that takes a toll. Especially over time.
Yeah.
So, it could be na umalis na rin yung girl, hindi niya nakayanan.
Pwede. Pero siguro another possibility could be na parang masyadong clingy si si JM. Si girl, gusto lang talaga fugu. So, nung pinakita niya yung ring, no, I'm out of here. Ganon si girl. Pwede rin naman ganon, di ba?
Pwede rin naman.
We don't know. Hindi pa natin kung ano yung bubog pa ni JM, so we'll find out
Gusto ko,
in the coming.
We'll find out.
Gusto ko talaga
Oh, but-
makita.
Pero
Hmm.
kasi parang yung kinikwento ni Ma'am Yao yung parang boundaries and space. Parang
Yeah.
if mag-i-invade lang siya ng space, bakit pa siya nag-effort, nag-scotch tape ng buong floor?
Yes,
Like the house
exactly.
of us.
Oo.
That's true, yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think
Yun
yun
nga
nga
eh.
parang it's part of his personality na parang I'm the boss. I mean, like, I might give you some space, but I'm still the boss. Alam mo yun? So
Mm.
what I say goes,
Mm.
what I want should happen, and you toe the line or you sleep outside or you go, di ba? Mga ganun bagay. So I think, pero yun nga parang in my head, he's doing that because he wants to preserve the space nga eh. Parang I feel that in his head, if he tries to keep things the way that they are, then there's more of a parang he's holding on to the past eh. I mean, that's what I'm thinking eh. He's holding on to the past. And I still think na he's hoping na magkabalikan sila eventually ng girl. Pero I think he's afraid na if he reaches out to the girl, he'll get rejected again or something like that. So, alam mo yun, parang he's in that weird headspace. So, until something changes, all he wants is for his life to proceed as he wants, as he plans, and any deviation to that should just be shut down. Alam mo yun? Yun.
Yeah.
Yun naisip ko.
Oh,
Actually,
nga. Parang he could be intentionally rude kasi he wants you to leave. Kumbaga, get out of my house. Kusa ikaw umalis na lang. Parang I offered you my house, but I'll be rude as hell so you can leave.
He's passive.
Hugas
Kasi
kamay.
he's being passive naman.
Aggressive, correct.
Yes.
So,
Passive-aggressive. Pero in that scenario, he's a very complicated character, and I'm really loving how he's being fleshed out right now. Kasi ang dami niyang angles.
oo.
We don't know where he'd be going. I love it.
The fact that we're talking about him, his personality, his background, or his intentions, or whatever happened, diba? Parang, I think it's good storytelling. Kasi yun nga, pinapaisip tayo. I'm just hoping na it ties together in the end, or at least to get some sort of explanation or logical reason, diba? Kasi I really want to know what happened to him and how things are gonna work out between them. Yun.
Yeah. Also, I also like to I'd like to see Red fleshed out more. Kasi compared kay JM right now, how he's being presented, parang two-dimensional lang dating ni Red. It's just like he's just like the happy-go-lucky positive person. I believe in God. Okay, so I'll be positive. I'll be the positive energy for you. Asan yung for every positive there should be a little bit of negative eh. So asan yung negative na yun? So I'm hoping they could flesh out Red better in the coming episodes. Para naman hindi lang si JM yung complicated person.
Feeling ko nga they will kasi it goes in a pattern eh. We were introduced to Reb on the first episode. JM ngayon. Now we're getting Reb siguro next. And hopefully he changes on the next episode. Hopefully.
I agree. So, yung sinabi ni Ma'am Yao, I think that's true, no? Parang, and if you think about it, usually the most jaded people are the ones who cared too much at some point. So, ngayon, they don't want to care anymore kasi something happened to them. Conversely, the happiest people may have gone through the worst of things, but were able to pick themselves up or to decide na, no, I don't want to focus on the negative. I just want to be happy and be optimistic and etc. So I think we're going to see, well, hopefully we see some backstory and we see more of the background of Reb as well. Kasi yun nga parang it can't all be positive. Because if you are that positive, then that means, well, something must have pushed you to be that positive in the first place. Diba?
Exactly.
Where is your, he's also living alone. So where's your family? Do you have
Mm.
siblings, etc.? So I want to find that out as well.
Yeah, what pushed you to be a barista in the first place?
Oh. And how do you know Patrick,
Exactly.
Kendra, and Bev? Ganun eh.
Correct. Paki-explain. Char. Kinuso yung character.
Oo.
And pero yun nga, sabi ko nga Ma'am kay Lance kanina, since the third episode is entitled Lights Off and we had a blackout. So this will be the opportunity to get to know them more, and I think they will get to know each other more as well, their characters.
Yeah.
Kasi pag madilim, wala kang choice kundi to be with the people in your household, I guess. Kasi well, yun, walang wifi, kasi blackout, and then walang masyadong signal. So anong gagawin nila? Baka mag-Jenga sila. Charot.
Ay,
I don't
Jenga.
Or I don't know.
Mag-cross-stitch sila
Running.
sabay-sabay.
Mag-jogging, gano'n. I don't know.
Jogging.
Sa dilim, kumusta naman yun?
Grabe.
Pero, Ma'am Yao, if you were... I'm curious lang, Ma'am Yao. Let's say if you're good friends with JM and Reb, what advice would you give JM and Reb separately? So, if they bigla.
Sorry.
Let's say you're good friends with JM and Reb, and you hear them complaining about each other because of nangyari kanina. So what advice would you give that positive person katulad ni Reb, and what advice would you give yung that jaded person katulad ni JM?
Okay, so let's see. So nag-away sila, no? Okay. So to JM, I would say, to JM, pagbigyan mo na si Reb, dahil ganyan naman siya talaga. Alam ko na invade yung space mo and all, but you gave him the space naman in the first place eh. So why go back on your word? If you'll be a man of your word, why go back on your word? Give him the space. Tapos kay Reb naman, matuto ka naman maglinis after yourself. It's a simple rule. It's a simple.
Actually, totoo.
It's a simple rule of being.
You're a guest.
You're a guest. It's a guest responsibility to clean up themselves. So maglinis ka after yourself. Yun lang naman. Ganun lang kasimple. And then you'll be fine with each other. So yun.
That's what I'm wondering nga eh. Kasi parang when we saw Reb's place in the first episode, he seemed like a neat guy. And then eto, parang ang slob niya. Anong nangyari?
Baka kalat lang yung isip niya.
Out of character eh.
Oh, parang medyo hindi naman, or medyo kalat lang yung energy niya because he's parang displaced also.
Pwede.
Kasi hindi niya alam sa lugar eh, kumbaga. Parang, you call this my space, but I don't know where to put this. I don't know where to put that. I can't trust that. So I'll just leave it here in my space. And nagkataon, nahuli siya doon. He was caught in between that space.
So Nolan doesn't like the mess either.
Yes, Reb is annoying. Hi, Nolan.
Hi, Nolan. Can you expound, Nolan? Is it the mess or is it something else?
Why do you find Reb annoying?
Well, ako naman, to be honest, I'm okay with positive people, but sometimes I feel that, and this is me as an introvert, I feel that I need time away from constant positivity. Alam mo yun? Kasi parang sometimes
I get you.
I nauubusan ako ng enerhiya. If it's positive all the time, no. Allow me to rant. Allow me to be negative. Because, I mean, you can't all be positive all the time. It just feels like a lot of energy. So I might be able to spend time with positive people for like a bit. Pero after a while, I'm gonna retreat and, take a breather. Ganon. Yeah. Nolan
Yun,
says, it's that positivity. Reb is
yes. I cannot
okay.
handle that positivity. I
No.
go run.
Ah.
I
No.
start running when I see that.
Grabe, no?
Because
No.
I tried before, and apparently it went the other direction. Anyways, kasi I
Oh.
have, na yun naman, I mean, I have a colleague na babae who's a really positive and God-fearing person. For somehow, tawang-tawa ako
Uh-huh.
kasi Reb's character reminded me of her if she was gay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yung medyo ganun,
Okay.
with the prayer incidents, with that high-pitching note, with the very killing things. She's like a fangirl in a way. So, medyo
Mm.
ganun. And so, yung nakwento kong fangirl before na he had to say, girl, hindi tayo talo. Kasi he was starting to fall for me. And I think that's what's happening with Reb right now. Fall
Okay.
with
Okay.
JM. And it's the same thing, the same question. Parang, can you indeed fall in love with a person in 14 days? Kasi you're together, and it's like you're spending all your 24 hours with that person in 14 days. Especially if you get to know that person talaga, you can do
Mhm.
Yeah.
fall in love.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's very
maybe,
possible.
oh, it is possible. And maybe because of the company na
Possible.
paulit-ulit, nakasama ni Reb CJ,
Kasi
he starts to fall.
the more you get to know a person, then the more you get to know their feelings, the more they show your feelings to you, the more they open their hearts. So you get
True.
that connection. It's either you end up as good friends or you end up as lovers. Those are the only things. Or worse, you end up as enemies. So those are the only three things that could happen there. You
Yeah.
either you either end up as good friends, lovers, or very bad enemies. Kasi it's either you
Proximity.
don't drive
Yeah.
or it's either you drive or you don't.
Yeah. And sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not the right type of, I guess, personality match, familiarity breeds contempt, diba?
Yes.
Yes.
Ayun.
True.
True,
So,
true, true.
pero I think in this case, and this is the obvious thing, no? I think in this case, the positivity will rub off on JM.
Mm,
And, well,
And
on the flip side, it's also possible that maybe Reb mapuno siya kay JM and then he'll
mm.
go off, and that might shock JM into seeing him differently. I don't know. That could be something.
mm-mm. Or could be that yung pagiging meticulous ni JM could also ground Reb in a way. The
That's
chaos that
true.
Reb is feeling.
Yeah.
That's true. But I'm also
Anyway,
thinking. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. In any
Ikaw
way,
muna.
they'll influence each other.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure, for sure.
Um it's like making a solution of water of two like what like solutions. Water, hot water,
Something
cold
like
water.
a
You'll make
Mm.
you'll
lukewarm.
make
Char.
lukewarm. Eventually,
True.
yeah,
Compromise. Yeah.
compromise.
Or like a middle point, or let's say
Yes.
at least a meeting somewhere. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, very possible. I think that one way could be, yun nga, pag kinantahan na ni Reb si JM.
We shall
Kasi,
see.
di
Lucy,
ba?
Harana.
Pwede yun. Hinarana, exactly. Especially lights off, guys. It's
Yeah.
blackout. It's a very romantic.
Mm.
They sit out in the veranda, they watch the stars, and
Mm.
then, somebody starts singing you your favorite song
Oo,
really,
when our
really
stars
well.
align.
BXP na naman to. Just,
Naghihintay
every
ako ng
time I
other
see you,
tributes.
just,
They've been dropping tributes of other series. I'm waiting for another tribute.
or somebody mentioned earlier that maybe Kiko could play a major role. So maybe this lights off. Maybe they'll play with Kiko, or maybe do a little role play. Ang sama
Role
pakinggan.
Role play
Pero
with
diba?
Kiko.
Yeah,
play with
maybe
people.
just to visualize it. Maybe okay, this is Kiko. Parang tell him parang what you're feeling right now. Parang something like that. Like If this were, parang your closest friend, tell him something that you haven't told anyone before. I don't know, something like that. Team building. Just go.
Parang therapeutic masyado yun.
I know, di ba? Sabi rin ni Alan, tas mga heart-to-heart yes, exactly.
Oo.
Especially pag, kasi di ba, parang there's some form of, and I've always found this true for myself too, di ba? Parang there's always some comfort in darkness eh. Parang you don't feel as
Yes.
exposed, even if you're pouring your heart out to someone. The very fact na it's dim or it's dark, parang you don't feel as vulnerable when you tell things to other people. In fact, it encourages these types of conversations, di ba?
Di ba nga, yung sa GSP, yung prom dance, dahil din sa brownout yun.
And helped by alcohol. So that's
Yes.
double whammy.
Double whammy.
Mhm.
Diba? Yes, sabi ni Alan. True, diba? At take note, marami rin kababalaghan na nagaganap pag madilim. So,
Exactly.
Handa ng choknut, folks.
isusuko na ni Nuno yung, charot, yung kanal.
Oo.
Diyos ko. Nakakaloka.
Oo, pwede pa sila, nako.
Para sa mahaba at brown na choknut. Char!
Oo.
Or here's another thing nga pala. Thank you, Alan, for mentioning that. Every night, JM always has a beer, which can also trigger either, I don't know, manic depressive tendencies or maybe even abusive behavior. Yeah. So he's always drinking eh. I mean, hindi naman siya nagpapakalasing, pero he likes to drink, especially at night. So that's a pattern too. You know?
Yeah. We'll see.
So, we'll see. Pero I know some people naman who drink to fall asleep. They drink beer to
Ayun, diba?
make them fall asleep.
Emotional baggage na naman ito. Charot.
Hindi naman sila emotional baggage. Parang it's their
lang.
pampantok lang talaga. There are some people na ganun, pero based on sinasabi ni Ma'am Meow, it could be part of his grieving process. Then,
True. And have you noticed na even though they always keep taking out beer, the moment they open it, parang it's the same amount of beer. Parang hindi na bawasan.
Yeah.
oo nga eh.
Daming stock ha, Char.
Dami.
Malay mo, nire-refill ni Reb. Hindi sinasabi niya kay Jen.
Nire-replenish pag umaga, tapos pag gabi ko ng isa. Pag kinaumagahan talaga ng isa.
Oo.
Yung beer na replenish, yung pancake hindi.
Oy. Speaking of pancakes, one of the reasons why I agree that Reb reminds JM of Bev is because I think they practically made the same pancake with the egg faces in the bake. I think it was practically the same.
It
So, foreshadowing, Char. Oh my God. So may mga may mga clues tayo. So yun. Any other theories for what will happen in the third episode?
What will happen in between before we get to those stupid fate? Yun yung because of your stupid feelings. Mga ganun.
So tingin mo, anong episode yun? 6? Maybe
Baka
5, no?
5. Baka 4 or 5.
Kasi usually 5 and 6 yung...
Ano sila? Oo.
Hmm.
Yung spooning sila, siguro mga 5 yun.
Pwede. So Alan is saying, maraming alak sa ref si JM. So, crackpot theory. What if magkapatid si Reb at...
Okay.
Interesting.
Ano surname ni Reb? Wala pang binibigay na surname, di ba?
No. I know his surname. Shit. Kasi they mentioned it in one of their lives eh. JM is John Michael and then Reb is John Reb. I forgot the last name.
Basta hindi Mejia, di ba?
It's not Mejia. No, it's not Mejia. Oh my God, I have to double check. But I don't think it's Mejia. But maybe a cousin or
Maybe.
Could be.
Pero if Beth died, or the character died.
Aliyah.
Aliyah died in that. Parang it could be ano to? A Tale of a Thousand Stars also.
Pwede. Nasa kanya yung puso. Oh my God.
Oo, sa kanya yung puso ni
Or yung updo, di ba? Pinalitan siya ng
Oo.
updo. Oh my God. But that's a very interesting theory. Na somehow Bev and Reb are related somehow. That's a very interesting theory. Pero ano, are you guys looking forward to the third installment?
Yes.
Yes,
Probably
I am.
mag-inuman sila. That could be a
Lights off.
possibility.
Kapag may
Lights
alak.
off. Pag may alak.
Grabe na pagiging meta. Pati yung artist na mati.
Ay, grabe naman.
Cheers. Magaling si wag naman, parang please Ate Bev, knock on wood.
Not Bev.
Oh,
But we'll see.
Not Bev.
We'll see. So two things, Aliyah could be alive. Aliyah could not be alive. Or with JM, either he's grieving for real, or maybe he's just going through the breakup process. And for
Yeah.
Reb, either he's really positive or he has some
yes.
skeletons in the closet. Char.
Yeah.
Oo.
Wag. Yeah.
Or a
Ayun.
long lost twin pala na pinatay, na drown sa dagat or sa ilog.
Oh my God. GSP. Ano to? GSP.
Tapos ginawang sword. 13.
Tapos ang tawag sinag. Char.
Hindi. Yun pala ginawa, your brother or your twin is now in a stuffed toy called Kiko.
Oh my God. Yung mga abo na sa loob pala. No? Oh my God. So, nagiging supernatural na tayo, guys.
Oo, sorry naman.
At dahil dahil may mga ghosts, diba? Kailangan nila ng buto ng sirena. So, hihingi nila sa Keeper of the Lake. Char.
Oo.
Ano ba?
And the innocents come from Cheat the Series.
Oh my God.
Gusto naman wala natin nangyari doon.
Grabe. Labo-labo na to.
Halo-halo na.
So, mukhang naubos na tayo ng topic, no?
Oo.
Sabi, lakas maka-crossover. Pero yeah, looking forward to that. Well, next week, it's going to be the last episode of the special series from GSP. So the week after, it's just going to be all about Stuck on You. So maybe we can do this again, no? Parang maybe for the other sessions, we can invite Ma'am Yao, we can invite, well, Alan, walang face reveal, but that's okay. Or maybe even Sir Will or whoever.
Alan does lives already with Nate, so kayang gawin ng paraan ni Alan yan. Di ba, Alan?
So, yeah, yung siya, di ba? Usually naka-attend doon, abandana.
Ang sabi nga ni JM, hindi yung mafia look ni Alan.
Mafia look.
Guys, so we'll go ahead and do this again next week, definitely. I'm not sure if we're going to do Friday or Saturday. The reason why we did this one Saturday, because yesterday we had to do something. So you watch out for that as well. Antay na lang natin i-announce nung other group. May gana. So we did a kind of a collab thing. So we'll know when they post about it. And well, maybe we'll do this Friday for next week. So hope to see you guys again, and hopefully mag-usap-usap lang ulit tayo. Basta wala sa Makati. Huh?
Oh, kasi Alan has 2 locations. He can go live if he's in Cavite, but not in Makati.
Okay, gotcha. Right. Okay, yeah, we'll see. All right. Any other things that you want to say, guys, about GSP or Stuck on You before we close this out?
Pag nagkaparamdam na phone ko, inaantok na.
Bilisan na natin. Ikaw, yeah, anything else you want to say about the shows?
I still have to watch yung specials ng gaya sa pelikula. Pero Stuck on You, I'm practically enjoying it. I'm quite surprised that I'm enjoying it. But it's really good, and I'm looking forward to more episodes.
Me too. I'm enjoying it as well. And JM's attitude aside, I think kasi naman na magkakaroon ng character development. So I'm looking forward to that. Ikaw, Lance?
Yeah, I mean, it's another BL now I'm watching, or it's just one of the BLs I'm watching. Parang,
Yeah.
I feel like after this, we're gonna get a roll of BLs na after this one.
Mhm.
Correct. Siyempre, there's the OG. So
Oo.
Game Boys is coming out, and
The trifecta are coming. So, no, the trifecta is already here. We have GSP, Game Boys, and Quarantine, Stride or Die. So, the trio
Right.
are already making their mark.
correct. And hopefully, we'll see some other studios that will
Oo.
be producing
Yeah.
quality
Hopefully.
shows.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And I'm also
Hopefully.
excited for yung show ni Iyo na isa, Destinacion.
Oh my
Where
God!
is-
Yes.
Where I think it's going to be a multicultural, multifaceted story. So I'm waiting for that. Kasi I know two of the cast members, one of them is half Aita, the other is Puro. If you remember, si Judith Manap, who was the one who was a beauty queen, yun yung Aita na who fought to become a beauty queen. She's part of the cast.
Interesting.
Oh, nice.
So there's real actual representation for
Wanna
that.
see,
Oh,
wanna see.
and she's not just yung parang bit player role, she's one of the main cast members. She's a part of the
Nice.
major poster. So, it's
Wanna
good.
see.
Naabangan ko na yun.
Yes.
Wanna see.
So-
Finally, representation.
Finally,
Right.
parang, if the Igorots can't make it on screen, we made it pala a few times, pero buti naman that an Aita story will come on screen na iba yung telling. I hope iba yung retelling nila.
Yeah.
And we will see. We'll find out more information once they're available na. And siyempre susubaybayan natin yan.
Oo.
All right. So, thank you, Mamia, for coming
Thank you,
out.
Mamia.
Appreciate you
Thank
doing
you for
this.
having me. Sorry, late na ako.
Uy, okay lang. Thank you.
Oo, thank you
actually. At umakyat ka and share your thoughts and inputs with us. And for everyone in the chat as well, thank you for being here and appreciate all of you sharing your thoughts. We hope to see you again next week. And thank you, Lance, for being here. I know antok ka na, so we won't keep this much longer.
Ay, hindi pa
But
naman.
guys, kasi
It's just my
favorite ka pa
phone.
talaga eh.
That's my phone na nalalaglag lang.
Correct. Medyo ume-eksena, Char.
Oo, may eksena siya.
So, guys, if you want, you can go ahead and follow us on our social media. We post on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, we have lives here on YouTube. You can go ahead and subscribe, click on the notification bell to be updated on our latest videos and lives. So, again, this is Bruha B Squad. My name is Mikey. Here is Lance, and down there is Namyao. Wishing you all good night. Stay safe. Take care of your loved ones, and we'll see you in the next one.
Happy
Bye.
Pride! Bye!
Bye. Hindi talaga nag-play. Ulitin natin.
And we're back again!
Bye, guys.